The Commissioner of the Protected Areas Commission, Denise Fraser, says the Guyana Zoological Park functions as a wildlife rescue center rather than the traditional concept of a zoo where animals live in captivity and are displayed just for people to view. The entity is making a conscious effort to revitalize the zoo and better the experience of those who visit. It is proposed that the zoo is going to be officially labeled as Guyana's Wildlife Education and Rehabilitation Center. The Guyana Zoological Park opened its gates in 1952. However, in this modern day, many issues have arisen as it relates to the shortage of wildlife, fluctuation of animals in the facility, outdated enclosures, restricted cage space, and limited veterinary assistance.
I don't think that Guyana Zoo has met current international standards, because what we have inherited is an old 1960s row of cages. So the exhibits are not or people call them cages, are not up to what is now the modern standard for exhibits. But I should say that the zoo has not really been functioning as what people perceive as a zoo. For many years, it has been functioning more as a rehab center, rehab and education center. And that is where we are focusing now.
The Guyana Zoological Park has refrained from the acquisition of new wildlife for exhibits since they are gravitating towards the international effort of moving away from the old-fashioned concept of zoos. She added that the majority of animals presently in the zoo are those that were injured, sick, abandoned, confiscated, or orphaned, along with animals that were brought in by persons who no longer wanted them or those that could not be released into the wild.
As we said earlier, you have very old enclosures stroke exhibits. So one of the challenges is to, repair those, and as Ms. Fraser said, you have to get the funding to repair them. And we are moving one at a time to make sure that they're repaired, and yet it's repaired in such a way that the animal is in a natural environment, and visitors to the zoo are able to view the exhibit properly. And we also have the issue of flooding.
The zoo experiences multiple issues, especially in the rainy season where flooding proves to be an issue. This resulted in the zoo being closed 4 times during last year, according to Denise Bentig, the administrative director of the institution. The zoo for the first time boasts a vet which is interested in wildlife. Bentig stated that annually they spend $13 million on meat for the predators alone and about $30 million on food and medicines. The administrative director of the institution stated that no animal is starved. They called for assistance from the private sector to help transform the zoo in keeping in their vision, since resources are needed to make the necessary difference. Amel Griffith reporting for HGP Nightly News.